joined us on Starting Up. Now we are at the final leg of our Super Angel series, and this week we have Vineet Devaiah of Teleport.me making his pitch to Super Angel Vishal Gondal. It's about an innovative technology that helps create panoramas. Will Vishal be impressed? Well, it's over to Sudhir in the studio.
Hello and welcome to Super Angels, a show where we endeavor to find India's next super entrepreneur, and I have with me Super Angel Vishal Gondal. Vishal, what if a startup told you it would map all the images across the planet, put it online and give you a guided tour of the whole world?
Well, I will tell them, let's bring it on.
This whole photo is online. What do you make of this whole industry? Because a number of sub-players and subplots within it, right?
Interestingly, I am a big user of these photo apps. I am on Instagram, I use Photopedia. I use quite a lot of these photo apps, and especially with the iPad 2 and a camera, and your smartphone with a camera.
So you see a lot of usage?
I think definitely. Camera phones have taking photography into a completely different zone.
And so what we have today is a very interesting play from an Indian startup in that space. Teleport.me. Let's have a look at the pitch.
So, you have just been admitted into a new college in a new city. Wouldn't you really like to know where you'll be spending the next 2 years of your life? Unlike me, not all of you can experience your college in flesh and blood before you join, right? With Teleport.me, guess what? You can. So explore new holiday destinations, the new city you're going to work in, or even your new college campus by just logging into our website. Our product allows each visitor to tour through the experiences of other users by mapping the photos taken by them. What it does is take images from the internet and other public APIs, uses our technology to place it on a map to create a wholesome experience. With our Android app, you can create 360-degree panoramas in 1 minute, geotag them and share them on Facebook and Twitter. Our business model is one where we plan to make money through ads and lead generation for the travel and hospitality industry. We are focusing on building our user base to 10 million users in the next 3 years. While we don't foresee ourselves making revenues for the first 2 years, we see ourselves hitting a revenue mark of $25 million over the next 5 years. I would like to make a pitch for 2 crores for 15% stake in the company. The funds will be used for recruitment and product development. So go ahead and teleport yourself to any place in this world. Log on to Teleport.me today.
Are we going to teleport him right here, the entrepreneur?
What are the key things you want to ask Vineet when he comes into the studio?
I think, photos are a very competitive market. There are quite a few people behind, photos, and, there is, of course, Google's own app, and then there is Microsoft, and then there is Apple, and then there are established players. So it is a crowded market.
So what's his unique play and what's his unique proposition?
Exactly.
Let's find out by inviting Vineet into our studio.
Look what just got teleported here.
Hi. So Vineet, welcome to Super Angels.
Hey, nice to be here.
Vishal, very interesting story how we met Vineet actually. He tweeted out to me on Twitter saying that Super Angels don't exist in India. Now he's on the show today, so clearly Vineet, your view has changed.
It's not. I mean, I'm still looking to be amused.
We are looking for the smart entrepreneurs. We believe they don't exist yet, so hopefully we'll both be surprised.
So Vineet, take us through your background and what went into building this platform.
I did my engineering and my master's, and while I was working in the US for about a year, I came down for vacations, and my co-founder had created this product, which was basically selling virtual tours to restaurants and hotels and stuff like that. So when I came down for my vacations, I just thought, let me try selling the product and see, someone buys it out. So I sold about 12 lakhs worth of product in a month. And then, being the geeks we are, we just thought, how do we take this one step further? Because we saw that there was this huge sort of escalating amount of images being taken using your mobile phone. So I thought, how do we capture this content and create something meaningful?
Vishal, so you've seen the pitch. You're a photo enthusiast yourself. What's your take on Teleport.me?
My only thing is that, there are many photo apps, and it's a very competitive space, and a user can only use that many photo apps. I can't, keep using another app to do another thing. So how do you break through the clutter?
Well, we are not a photo app. I mean, let me put that really clear. We have 0 photos that we own, but we still have about 1 billion images in our database. It's through public APIs and scraping all data to the internet. We have launched our Android app, which is definitely breaking the clutter in terms of Panorama. Panorama may be a niche, but it's a niche that's growing, and it's always good to start from a niche.
So you are not a photo app. So then what are you? Then why are people going to come to your product?
Sure. They will come to our product because they are tired of reading reviews about places that they cannot see. So if I have to go to Stanford, I want to see how Stanford looks like. And I cannot get that other than the slideshow on Stanford University.
So Vineet, actually what might be interesting to actually show us a demo of your product so that
Sure.
Vishal gets a first-hand view of how it really works.
So here if you click on the Golden Temple, which is in Amritsar, Punjab, so you click there, it takes you to one of the images that we have sort of thought of. Like you can see it's like, entering into the Golden Temple.
So the lead image.
Yes, and so it's again, this has been got by algorithm. It's not like we have placed it over there. And then you can, these are what we call waypoints, and these are automatically generated. And what these waypoints mean is that if you click it, you go somewhat in that direction, alright? So you can see, sort of progressively moving forward.
So in some way it's a simulated panorama.
Yes.
I think more than simulated panoramas, I think this is just another way to view photographs which are geotagged. I mean, you are just
Fair enough, yes. Exploring through photographs.
So this is one play, and the other play is the app which you're creating to feed into this.
Yes.
So Vishal, clearly what Vineet is trying to do is create an ecosystem of products, right? So there's an app which is getting photographs, you teleport me where it's all going. What's your take on the product?
So, I mean, my take is that these are great technology products in itself, but I'm not very clear on, how these technologies have been applied to a final product. So, right now I would say this is technology and not really a product. I mean, the product is
You're rightly saying that the use case, the value proposition is unclear.
is unclear. But I think that's really the challenge is, right, that whether he goes in the travel direction or whether he goes in the photo sharing direction or whether you go in the panoramic sharing direction. There are so many directions you can take. I think the challenge is which is the fastest. Which is not really the fastest, which is the most lucrative. But there is an opportunity somewhere here. I can, like you, I think I can sense an opportunity. The problem really is I don't know which direction my nose is taking me.
It's not clear and present.
Yeah, there is an opportunity.
It's a clear and present opportunity and not clear and present danger. But these three use cases, right? Which one are you tending towards?
Travel.
Okay. And in what context?
In providing visual information for travel.
For other travel sites?
Other travel sites, yeah.
And not becoming a destination yet?
Not really.
Okay. How would that model work?
I mean, you would have a sort of a plugin that people could use, which should be similar to like a Yelp API where you draw in their reviews, something like that. And you have your own site where people can come and see if they want to.
Okay.
So in return, we just get paid use, which is currency on the internet.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
How do you plan to charge for this product?
For the service in terms of the API?
Yeah. To other travel sites?
I'm not really sure.
Vishal, what do you make of that model?
The whole advertising market is challenging, and then there is a second theory that if more and more people are anyway going to use this on their phone, the phone example is different where advertising works very differently on a feature on a smartphone versus the online. And now the third thing is apps. More and more people want to consume this in form of apps, and when it comes to apps, you can't really use advertising to monetize them. So it is going to be interesting to really
You find the exact niche players.
I would not say the niche. I would say the best billion-dollar opportunity. And I think another very interesting application for Panorama is actually news, because when the 26/11 attacks happened, I personally went and created a panorama of the Gateway of India and Taj, because a lot of my friends abroad wanted to see that place, and you can't really see that in pictures. Yeah. So maybe news could also be, and especially in the case of news, there are people who want to crowdsource for you.
I think it could be a media play here.
Yes. The last thing we want to do is spend the 2 crores in the wrong opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's the challenge.
A lot of opportunities. Vishal, if you were sitting in Vineet's shoes, what would you do next?
I would say you need to think big.
Okay.
So, my view is that becoming a panorama provider is not thinking big. It's thinking small.
10 million users you mentioned. He's at how many users right now?
We are at about 100,000.
100,000 users. So it's quite a long way.
Not too far.
Not too far. So 2 crores, Vishal, for 15% stake in the company. What's your take on the valuation?
As I said, that right now the valuation really is not as important because the idea itself is not clear. I think once there is clarity on that, should we even talk about that?
In terms of potential of the product, 2 crores for 15% is...
If those 2 crores are going to be spent on making more panoramas, then probably not.
Okay.
If that is going to be spent on creating
A platform.
a bigger platform,
What's your take on his revenue projection?
it's a pie in the sky. That's what it is. He said that himself. So if he gets to 10 million users, yeah. So
Okay.
there's no science to it.
Okay. You want to justify that revenue projection?
No, I just made it up.
What's your take on Vineet, the entrepreneur, the product and the business?
I would say Vineet, the entrepreneur, is smart, for sure. The product, I'm yet to figure out. And the technology is cool.
Okay, and the business?
The business is also great if you can get the 10 million users.
So clearly Vishal likes the product. He also likes Vineet, the entrepreneur, and Vishal is looking for the actual use case for which Teleport Me might be used. You can vote for Teleport Me by writing to us on startingup@etnow.tv, by SMSing us, or by writing us into our Facebook wall. Will you agree with Vishal, and will Vineet Revaya become India's next super entrepreneur? Well, continue following us on Super Angels and find out.
And as always, Teleport.me will be mentored by our mentors from TIE over the next 6 months. Let's take a break here on the show, but coming up, the complete guide to registering your company after this break.